The last 30 minutes of the auction witnessed a rare phenomenon of last-minute bids, which skyrocketed the price of $69 million. Beeple's work also brought a new class of collector to the centuries-old auction house of the 33 active bidders. You had 33 active bidders. 91% of them were new to Christie's. People who know Christie's, they know Christie's. But if 91% are new to Christie's, they don't know Christie's. They just came to Christie's. And majority were millennials and Gen X buyers made up the majority. Christie said in a press release, most bidders were in the Americas, followed by Europe and Asia. So here's my question. I don't know if you know the answer to this question. Were most of your buyers or bidders folks who are heavy or made their money in the Bitcoin world that kind of want to be low-key and nobody knows? Meaning, are these art collectors bidding? Or are they bid exactly? That's exactly.
They're crypto people. You're 100% right.
I got it.
They're absolutely crypto people. And so that honestly, and that was one of the first questions when I came to this space. It's like, who the hell are these people bidding on this? And like, why? And because seems very speculative. And it's like, yeah, it is very speculative, but these are crypto people. And if you made a lot of money in crypto, it's because you bet on crypto early when it was quite speculative. And it was sort of like this Bitcoin, if you made a bunch of money on Bitcoin, it's not because you bought Bitcoin, 3 months ago. It's because you bought Bitcoin 10 years ago, 8 years ago, when everybody was like, what is this stupid crap? They're just paying for internet money. Okay, great. You're idiots. And you were like, nah, I'm going to bet on it. And you speculated. It was not anywhere proven at that time. And so now these people started speculating on this NFT stuff. And so that's where it is. They are new customers. They are new people. And that's where I think this digital art and NFTs is going to bring in a massive, massive amount of new customers who never thought of themselves as collecting art. They look at art and it's like, okay, I don't know what the hell that is. I don't give any shit about like what that is. It looks super weird. It doesn't connect with me at all. I'm a young guy or whatever that made money on the internet, and sort of that does not speak to me. I don't know what it is. I don't really care about that. I'm not interested in buying that. And so that's where I think this is going to bring in a whole new group of collectors to collecting art that never would have thought of it before. And that's huge for Christie's, to be quite honest. And it's huge for a lot of this stuff.
100%. Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's those people, I hate to say it, no offense to them, but like they're dying. Like they're so old that they're dying because it's old money. But there's a lot of new money out there. There's a lot of new money that made money on the internet.
That's exactly it.
And those people are going to want art too. And that's where I think this digital art is going to speak to them in a much, much more sort of visceral way than the old art did.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think what is happening right now, the question then becomes, can they convert? And sometimes the converting takes a little longer, right? For others to say, you know what, this is the way to go. Listen, I don't care if you like it or not. The internet's here. I don't care if you like it or not. I know you don't want to post your picture, Mom, on Facebook, but everyone's doing it. I know you don't want to post your, video with what we just did, but everyone's doing Snapchat. So I think that, has anybody weird contacted you since the sale? Meaning an Elon Musk or any of those? Has anybody, or the White House, have you been in contact with anybody of extreme power that's like, wait a minute, what the hell just happened? Can you fill us in on what you can say about NFTs?
I mean, I've talked to a lot of people before that. I talked to Mark Cuban, I've talked to Gary Vee. I've talked to a bunch of people who, are kind of like, what is going on here? Obviously, I've been on, a ton of shows and stuff. But yeah, I think it's honestly, it's still so early in this that people aren't really understanding where this is going or where it could go. And I think it's very, I think at these prices too, to be quite honest, it's almost very easy to dismiss as like crazy hype. That it's just like, well, what is this? Come on, like there's no way it's worth that much. And I think it is very, that there is some level of like kind of like a bubble here. That I think there is some level of like, and we're getting a bit jacked up here. But I think what I would say to that is, there was a big bubble with the internet. And, there was a lot of people who were super jacked up about the internet and they were paying crazy amounts of money. And then the bubble burst. But the bubble did not kill the internet. People kept using the internet because the internet was useful. And that is what I believe will happen with NFTs. I think it's going to be, you're going to see a bunch of people rush in and Okay, NFT of a toothbrush. Let's NFT everything. But the technology is simple enough in a way and strong enough in a way that I think it's going to outlast that, and all the crap's going to get wiped out. And you know, the Amazons, the Googles, the blah blah blah, they'll still be around. The Beeples, if you will. But I, you know what I mean? I think it's one of these things where people need to be careful. It is still very speculative, but it's something that I think is going to be around for quite a while, because it has a lot of use cases, and we barely scratched the surface.
So if you like this little short clip from an interview I did, click over here to watch the entire interview. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.